is going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time stopping by, be sure and subscribe and check out some of our other videos that we've recently posted about the ZR2, and also follow the S10 build. There's a couple other builds going on the channel right now, so there's some really good content out there. Right now I'm getting ready to head back to the house because I have kind of a surprise for you guys, and you all probably know that I was going to do this, but I finally decided to do it. We're getting ready to turn in here and show you guys the craziest thing I've ever bought for this truck. These are kind of common. You see them on, Jeep Wranglers, Tacomas, and things like that. Alright guys, so we made it back to the garage. Let's get this door open here. That's so close to the muscle truck. That's the only bad thing about this door. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit more about that little surprise. So there is a reason for this thing's tonneau cover coming off. Like I said, I kind of hinted away that we had a bed rack coming. So if you guys know anything about overlanding, a bed rack usually means only one thing. You're going to be carrying something. So what are we carrying? A rooftop tent. That's right. A freaking rooftop tent. So I've never seen anyone else doing this. As far as I know, I'm like the only person that has a rooftop tent going to be installed on a ZR2 S10. We are kind of like the first ones to do this, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if anyone else has done this, please, feel free to message me and give me a little insight on what I'm getting into here. So I would unfold the tent, but it's such a hassle to do off of a vehicle because you kind of have to have, some leverage to hold it down as you open it. We'll get into all that once it's actually mounted. I did want to give you guys some details on what kind of tent I bought. It is a Smittybilt Overlander. I was trying to find the logo on the cover for you, but it's wrapped up. I'm not going to unwrap it. But this is a Smittybilt Overlander tent. And this is a two-man tent. So it's I believe a 600D rip as far as the nylon and stuff. It's really thick fabric. It's got a really nice mattress in the bottom of it. And this is going to be attached to a bed rack that we got from Hot Metal Fab. This is going to be showing up. I'm hoping it'll be here next week. So I'm super excited to give you guys an upload on this because I love being able to say that we're like the first ones to do something. And as far as I know, we're the first ones to put a rooftop tent on a ZR2. I haven't seen anyone else doing it. So this is kind of the maiden voyage for this. But I'll give you guys a breakdown of how this is going to work and kind of what you can expect it to look like. But anyway, okay, so the bed rack is going to go on. And of course, you guys know that Hot Metal Fab, if you check into their stuff, is awesome. If you're wanting to get a bed rack for your truck, they make a universal rack. They claim this thing will fit anything from a Ford Ranger all the way up to an F350. So I'm thinking it's got to work for my truck, right? It's pretty much like a same size as a Ranger, so it should do the job. Well, this rack that we bought, it clamps on right here, and I'm going to have to drill a couple holes, probably about this far apart. And it basically comes from this side to this side, across the center, that side to that side, and it's got a rail that comes through here. It's got some supports on it. But anyway, it's a low profile bed rack. So the advantage of this thing is it only sets about 6 to 8 inches above the bed. So the bottom of the tent is going to be somewhere in this area. 6 to 8 inches from the bottom of the bar. So top of the bar and the tent factored in, I'm going to say somewhere in here is going to be about bottom of the tent. So that means top of the tent is going to be somewhere about here, below the roof line. The main reason I wanted to go with this kind of design is because, well, fuel economy and things like that is kind of important when you're overlanding. And it's also important when, if you're taking a long road trip, you don't want to be stopping at the gas station every 5 minutes. And it is kind of depressing to have like a 180 horsepower truck that gets like 14 miles to the gallon. Of course, mine's getting about 15 or 16 in the current setup, but I'm sure it's going to go down. I mean, it does have less drag because it is going to be mounted below the cab. However, it's still going to have some kind of drag. I mean, you're going to put a basically just a block right here that's going to catch wind, so it may not affect it too bad. It may bounce off of it, but at the same time, I'm sure it's going to try to flow under it, and that's going to have an effect on it. But this is going to be a good little Overlander. Everything's pretty much all here to do this. If you're going to overland, I would recommend at least having some form of like a crew cab truck. Because what we're going to do is basically make like a drawer system here, or just use this for storage, put your clothes in and stuff. And then the kind of convenient thing is you can kind of change right here. I know it don't look like much, but if you're out in the woods, you know, I mean, this is better than nothing. So I'll probably put some kind of like a pull-out thing here so you can change. And if you need to draw off, if you're kayaking or swimming or anything like that, you know. But everything's here. Should be a good Overlander. The other thing is, if you like to do kayaks and stuff like that, you can put about an 8-foot kayak in the bed of this truck, and you can put 2 of them in here and let the tailgate down and strap them in with these little tow hooks. So the idea here is to carry 2 kayaks and a rooftop tent above you, and you know, we're gonna adventure and just see the world pretty much from this thing. Nobody else is really doing it. Like I said, as far as I know, we're the first ones to do it. So I will have all, you know, a really good, if you'll read my bio or the comments section in this video, I'll try to talk as much as I can about resources, where I got this stuff from. I get a lot of people that ask me questions like, hey, where did you get this from? And I'll try to do a little better as far as the description of the video. I'll try to put more content in there, more descriptive things about where I have gotten these items or what I've had to do to make them work. But anyway, we're going to be installing this thing next week, so I did want to give you guys a little update and a sneak peek at this thing. I'm just too excited. I was going to make you guys wait, I really was, but I'm just too excited, so there you have it. We're going to put a rooftop tent on it, and we've got a hot metal fab bed rack coming. Keep in mind those are unpainted, so if you want to get a hot metal fab bed rack, you can find these things on eBay, and of course Hot Metal Fab also sells them. I got mine for around $340, so that is honestly like a really good deal on a bed rack, and most bed racks from like CBI or anyone else runs you near double, so you're going to have a lot of money tied up in a bed rack if you go with one from a well-known company. Not ditching those companies at all, but for my application, they just don't make one. So CBI or anybody else, if you're watching this video, get on the ball. Let's see some stuff for a ZR2. I know you guys do it for the new one, but show some love to the old ones. They made a lot of these things too, so I would kind of like to see more off-road worthy companies stepping it up and reaching out for this aftermarket here. There's so many awesome things about this truck that most people just don't know, but you can find that in my other videos. So anyway, I did want to just kind of show you guys everything with this tent and what's the game plan, and also talk about our expedition and, you know, what we're going to do with all this stuff. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful, and I hope you guys get a better understanding of, you know, how these tents work and all that. I'll try to cover some more of that here in the next video. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Please click here and subscribe. Follow me on all social media. I'm out.